dominate. Whatever you want, you got to commit all the way in and think in terms of domination, not a spectator. You don't want to be a spectator, folks. Spectators pay, players get paid. Look, if you want to be in business for yourself and free, you must learn to dominate. You cannot compete. Competition is a healthy thing. That message was not being delivered to entrepreneurs. The marketplace will deliver pain to the people that compete. Why? Because they're all competing. And then there's this one guy way out in the lead. See, the marketplace will always discipline people that aren't prepared. Success loves preparation. It loves it. It admires it. It just flows money back to it. Success loves preparation. And the marketplace will discipline those that are just stuck in the pack.
The day you stop evaluating yourself, the day you stop growing, the day you stop getting better is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you. Let's go faster, faster. And so for some of you, every time you get a deal, you actually go backwards. Every time you have a little success, you actually get weaker. Every time you get a goal, you actually get comfortable. You actually get satisfied. Listen to me, I don't drink coffee. Why? I'm wired differently. Every time I get on the stage, I'm thinking to myself, E.T., when you get up, you're only as great as your last word. If you don't go to Australia and tear up the house, they may never invite you back. For some of you, when you do what you do, you act as if you have another opportunity. I'm wired differently. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity, I have to reprove myself again. Every opportunity, I'm still nervous. E.T., you've been doing this for years. Why are you so nervous? Because the day you become content is the day you die.
Because that's what life is about. Stretching and challenging. Looking for ways that you can begin to improve yourself.
Always go to something bigger than yourself.
This is my moment to dominate, not compete. So that's really what I want to tell you about today. I want you to walk out thinking, man, how do I dominate? Not other people. How do I start dominating my own self, my own time? If you know what day it is, you're not busy enough. Oh man, I can't wait till Friday. Dude, I don't even, what day is it right now? You should know it's Monday. You should be busy. You should be, but Grant, Sunday is the Lord's day. It's the day we take off. You need to reread that whole deal. God created the universes in 6 days and took a break. Everybody's stuck on the Sunday, okay? You forgot about the part he did before that. I know people taking Saturdays and Sundays off and they didn't create anything all week. Look, I hear about the unemployment numbers every day. I said, I sure wish they talk about all the people that are employed that don't deserve a job, because there's millions of those still in the marketplace. And the next time we get another contraction, those people are going to get delivered pain. That's what the marketplace does, man. It basically disciplines anybody that refuses to discipline themselves. It is the correction. So look, here's the deal. I might be wrong in what I say, okay? I might be wrong in the things I do in my life and the business that I started. My family's told me not to start every business that I've been involved in, every one of them. Every one of them was a risk. Every one of them I had to take a chance. I remember my mom used to tell me, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm like, Mom, you wouldn't do anything. My mother wasn't an entrepreneur. She didn't have my dreams. Just because she's my mom doesn't mean she dreams like me. Would you agree? My mom was wrong about everything she told me not to do. Love my mom to death. Okay, unbelievable friend of mine. She was wrong. I needed to do those things. You see what I'm saying? You want to be in a dominating point, okay? So what we got to do is we got to get you thinking. We got to get you thinking like the dominators think. How do they act? How does Warren Buffett act? What does Warren Buffett do with his time all the time? Those are the people I study today. I don't study the people that I went to school with, the teachers I went to school with. I don't even study my own family members, okay? I'm looking for people that are way up here that I can say, hey, what are they doing? Because they're doing it right. My dad died when he was 52 years old. My dad worked his whole life to provide for 5 kids and his wife, and he did his job, and then he died. That's not the program I want to get on. Is that the program you want to be on? My dad died, he bought his dream house 9 months before he died. He leaves 2 10-year-old boys, one of me. I'm a twin. 2 10-year-old boys, never got to enjoy us. I never got to enjoy him. Why? Because he worked so hard with no concept of freedom. He had a good job, he made some money, but he is basically imprisoned in his thinking that work is hard. It is, it's difficult to compete. Would you agree? So I look to surround myself with people that can dominate, people that are certain, people that know what they're doing, people that are in control. So I don't want to be around people. Hey, you resting? You've been working so hard. My God, man, when are you going to take a vacation? I mean, get a little break. You know, my assistant said, you need to get some rest. I'm going to get to a hotel when you red eye into Orlando tonight. I'm going to get you a hotel. I'm like, hey, man, I don't need a hotel. You don't know if I'm tired or not. You're tired. You go get some rest. I'm fine. How many of you if you ever seen anybody die from work, I want to see your hand. You ever seen that happen? Ain't going to happen to you. People are dying every day. They don't get burnout. You don't get burnout. You lose your purpose. You lose your purpose. You lose your meaning. When I'm tired, I look at my purpose. What's my purpose? Okay, what's my purpose? Oh, my game's not big enough. My game's not big enough. My game's not big enough. I'm not interested anymore. See, this is what people do. They set a target. You remember when you were a kid and you set targets that were big, giant, had nothing to do with reason? They were giant, right? And then you had some difficulty getting to it, and somebody said what? Dude, your goals are unrealistic. You need to drop your goals down. How many believe you have more potential than you're going for right now? Dude, it's way up here. It's beyond what you're going for. So you want to set it here. I want to set my targets up here. I never lower a target. Never, ever. That's my target. I'll fail on my target. My whole lifetime I might fail on that target, but I won't let it go. Enthusiasm. Where's your enthusiasm at? Well, yeah, it's in your living room. You're watching Jennifer Lopez on American Idol. That's where you left it right there. Oh, she was so good. Dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You know what? Most people are going to spend more time in their life working than any other single thing and not being successful. Man, work is good. It's unbelievable, particularly when you're winning. You got to be totally committed. Everybody agree? You got to be completely uncertain. You want $1 million? You want $2 million? You want $5 million? How much money do you want? How much success do you want? How much notoriety do you want? You want a New York Times bestseller? Why can't you have everything? Oh, but I'm 65. So what? Man, Colonel Harlan Sanders made all his money after he was 65 years old. He wasted the first 64 years. The guy says, you know, Grant, I hear you talk about money a lot, and you know, I just want to tell you, money won't make you happy. I said, yeah, what's your point, dude? Your point is you ain't got any money. That's why you're giving this dumb advice. Because being broke won't make you happy either, okay? I tried the experiment. I went on the experiment. How many have been on the broke experiment? Were you happy? Were you like, oh my God, this is good? Look, if you took $5 million out of the marketplace and you made $5 million from planet Earth, would anybody know an event took place? Would anybody know anything happened? Would you do good things with that money? Good. How many believe the work for $5 million is going to be the same work for 50,000? Same process, same involvement. Look, you're occupied either way, okay? So if you're not sure of your value, if you think you're worth 80 grand, you're worth 80 grand. Would you agree? If you think you're worth 150 grand, you're probably worth 150. If you think whatever you think you're worth, if you're not sure of your own value, your own goals, and what you want, the world will never reward you of what you want, your value, and your goals. Never. It won't happen. Can't happen.